We are still in New England. We're mooch docking in my parents' driveway, and the weather is changing.
Yeah, we experienced our first nor'easter the other day, and it was a storm.
96-mile-an-hour winds.
Yep, and our original air conditioning shrouds decided to just disintegrate, is basically the best way of saying it. It went into a million pieces that we had to pick up the next morning.
Blew off the roof.
But that's the only real damage that we took for that much wind.
But we are having a super hard time sourcing them for our drive south from here. And it just reminded us that the holiday season is coming and it may already be too late to order gifts. Supply chain stuff is just still so bad. So we thought it was the time to put on a sweater and really put together our top 5 list for the RVer in your life.
Yep. Here we go.
We're Kristen, Jameson, and Maddie. We've been living in our motorhome while both working full-time for over 2 years. This season is all about building community on the road and sharing more behind the scenes of our RV life along the way.
First we have
the Army Corp of Engineers parts, and just having a hard copy guide is really fun sometimes. I got this from Jameson last Christmas as a stocking stuffer, and we used it to plan our route up through Idaho this year because they had a bunch of parks in Idaho. They're not everywhere, but these ones are kind of hard to find online sometimes, and having the hard copy was fun and useful. And we really liked our first park that we stayed in.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Right on the water, really cheap.
Yeah.
So this great stocking stuffer, super low cost gift item for the RVer in your life. It says on the back that it was $17.95, but I bought it on Amazon. It might have been different. I'll put the link in the description below. The next item on our list is the CGear sand-free mat that we are standing on.
Yep.
This is ours from our van life days. We had this outside the sliding door of the van, and now we use it at the front door of the RV. And when we need to trade in our big patio mat, we are definitely trading it in for another larger CGear. Comes in all kinds of sizes. This is maybe like a 5-foot square. They do come in much larger squares and rectangles. The only negative comment I ever hear about these is that it's a very limited color selection. They don't really do any designs. It's kind of just solid. It's usually greens and blues and not lots of choices. But this mat is definitely holding up and worth every penny. I've given this personally to as a gift to other RVers in my life and highly recommend it. It is a mid-priced gift. If you're getting a smaller square size, it's probably in the $50 to $70 range, and the big full patio ones are probably over $150. But so far this for us has held up for years and years and really doesn't show any sign of tearing or wearing out, and it just does a much better job of letting rain and dust go right through it. So it kind of always feels clean instead of feeling like it always needs to be swept off.
Definitely. Next on the list is our AquaTank. This is our water bladder that we use to refill ourselves when we're boondocking and we don't want to move the bus. So something like this is a 60-gallon one. They make them in several different sizes. This one was what we got when we were in the van, and it worked great. And it also is working in the Jeep. So in the Jeep, we have to take the back seat out, but when you take the back seat out, it's almost a perfect fit. And when this thing's fully filled, it's about 15 inches high.
Yeah, it grows up, not out. So if it fits the footprint wherever you're putting it, you're good.
Yeah, it's a bag, so when it's full, it will roll around like a bag would. So that's something to think about. But this gives us the freedom to go further into the woods or stay out longer. We often run out of water before our tanks are full. So this allows us to stay out for the full 2 weeks, allowing us to live comfortably, taking showers, washing dishes like we should.
Yeah, so this is a great gift choice for the maybe boondocker RVer on your list, somebody that's going a little more off-grid. And it packs up really small for when you're just storing it, which of course is super important. These are a little bit pricey for what it looks like. Maybe $150 or so. We'll put the exact price down below. But it's a great luxury. It's just so nice to have.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a travel trailer or a fifth wheel and you have a truck, you could maybe use like a 50-gallon drum. But when you don't have those things, this is just way more flexible than a 50-gallon drum would ever be.
The next item on our list is all around us. It is these really fun LED, Christmas lights kind of right now, but we have an app for them, and you can change the color scheme to match the sports team that's playing this weekend, or have rainbow or any color scheme that you want. Mm-hmm. And they're LEDs, so they're super low power. We just plug them into our outlet that's outside, and we just love the festivity. So this is just a totally fun, unnecessary gift for the RVer in your life.
But when you're having people over, it adds just a good element of fun to the party.
Yeah, some festivity. Yep. And these are about $75, depending on where you get them. We ordered them on Amazon, and I will drop the link in the description below.
Yeah. Next on the list would be a surge suppressor for your RV. We chose the Hughes Watchdog Smart Surge Suppressor. We love it because it has an app that goes to our phones, so that way we can see how much power we're using. If there's anything that happens, we get a notification on our phone that lets us know what's going on. But just having one of these on your bus or RV is peace of mind that you're protected from a power pedestal that you really don't know what's behind it.
Yeah, we don't use this that much anymore because we boondock most of the time. But Jameson advocated a lot for this one before he broke me down and got me to concede to buying it. I didn't think it was necessary or essential, but very shortly after we got it, we had a travel trailer back into a shared pedestal we were at, and they stopped about 1/8 of an inch short of the pedestal and just left their trailer there. So that very easily could have taken our pedestal out and shorted our bus out. So many RVers may not have this, and if you have an RVer on your list that likes to camp at campgrounds and is plugged in, I think this is such a nice to have and really useful insurance policy.
Yeah, I mean, for us, all of the stuff that we own is in our RV.
Yeah.
We work from the road, so we have our work laptops and our personal laptops in there.
So many devices.
We want them protected.
Yeah.
That's our list for this year's Christmas for RVers.
Time to get on it.
Yep.
Get shopping now. And I hope this was just a fun list of ideas. We tried to pick things that maybe every RVer wouldn't already have, but that would make a great gift. And we wish you happy holidays and happy shopping.